Good morning. So today we have a wake up flow, but it's not super flowy, like it's not really fast or anything. So hopefully it will just gently and mindfully wake you up for the rest of the day. So let's get started. So we'll start seated. So this could be in Sukhasana, legs crossed. But you could sit in any comfortable pose. So you could sit with your knees to the side, whatever's comfortable. So just take a moment to arrive and maybe close the eyes if that feels okay for you. Notice the breath. Where is it today? Not trying to change it, just noticing. And you can ask yourself here, what do I need today? And maybe from this place, if it feels right, you can set an intention for the practice. And if you have an intention, then try and phrase it in the present tense. So, for example, I am grateful, if you want to be more grateful today. But it could be anything. Lovely. So if the eyes are still closed, let's just bat the eyelashes open. And we will stay seated here. And we'll just warm the head and the neck up a little. So we'll do some half semicircles. So taking the neck down and to one side, and then slowly to the other. So looking one way, looking the other way. And that's my little cat snoring, if you can hear it. Good. So let's bring the head back to center. And on an inhale, taking the left arm, and you could place the palm of the hand on the upper back. Lovely. Take the left shoulder with the right arm and just give yourself a nice stretch here. trying to keep the chest open. You might also choose to swim this right hand round and maybe grab onto the shirt, the top, or even if the fingertips can clasp. Breathing here. Lovely, and let's release that stretch. Good. And then on an inhale, taking that same arm again over. Reaching over to this right side this time. Try and keep the left hip bone kind of down towards the ground, so you're still stable. And let's release, come back up. Lovely. So now we'll do the opposite side. So take the right arm this time and place the right palm of the hand on the upper back, and you can grab onto the elbow with the opposite hand. And stay here for a few breaths, or maybe swim this opposite arm round, clasping the shirt or clasping the fingertips. Lovely, and let's release that down. And on an inhale, right arm comes up and over to stretch. Keeping that right sit bone down. Reaching. And let's release. Lovely. So now we're going to come forwards onto hands and knees into our tabletop position. So mindfully come through and place the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees underneath the hip points. Pressing the fingertips in. And we'll do some cat-cows. So on an inhale, opening through the chest, dropping the belly. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Dropping the chin. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding through. So do this in time with your breath. So we'll do one more here. Open and rounding through. Lovely. And then come back to center and bring the knees together. Make sure your hands are nice and stable, so fingertips really pressing into the ground. And lift up your left leg, your left knee, and circle it. So circle the knee at the hip joint. Breathing here. Hugging into the midline, so feeling that core to keep you stable. And when you've done it one way, reverse it, so go the other way. And release. And we'll switch to the other side. So lifting the knee, watching out for the plants. And the other way. Lovely, and then release. So let's come off the wrists for a moment. We've been working hard, so just let's do some wrist circles. One way and the other. And then coming back into tabletop, curling the toes under. Inhale and exhale. We're going to push the hips up and back into downward facing dog. So walk your dog a little bit. Breathe here. Pedaling through the legs. And then when you've taken the time to stretch it out a little, find some stillness here. Heels dropping towards the earth. Legs can be straight or they can have a little bend at the knees. And then let's move the feet in closer together. So the big toes are almost touching. And on an inhale, the right foot slides up like it's sliding up a wall. Exhale, it comes all the way through between the hands. So this doesn't have to be graceful, just mindful, don't worry about it. Lovely. So you can have this back toe either curled under or released down. Inhale to come up. Lovely. Exhale, let's release the hands. Inhale, arms up, overhead. Exhale, release. Find your rhythm here. Good, and then let's plant the hands on either side of that front foot. Walk the fingertips back and straighten through this front leg, keeping a bend in the knee, into runner's lunge. Breathing here. That front foot is active. Toes pulling back. Exhale to come back forwards. Plant the hands, curl the back toes under and step back into plank. Inhale here and exhale, knees, chest and chin come down to the mat. Inhale, slide through. baby cobra. So don't come too far up here. You don't have to push your body. Good. Now curl the toes. Inhale, push up, and exhale. The hips come all the way up and back into downward dog. Bring the feet together. Inhale, the left foot goes up this time, like it's sliding up a wall. Exhale, left foot comes through, in between the hands. Inhale, coming up into your low lunge on this side. Exhale, hands come down, and inhale, overhead, fingertips kiss. Exhale down. And you can move the eyes or the gaze with the hands. Last one here. And let's step the left foot back. Exhale to come to knees, chest and chin down to the mat. Inhale to slide through again. Pointing the toes, legs are strong here. Relaxing the shoulders and release. And you can just lie here for a moment. Noticing the effects on the body of what you've just done. Good, and then let's place the hands underneath the shoulders, curl the toes under, push up to plank again. And exhale, hips up and back into downward facing dog. Lovely, and then release the knees down and walk the hands up and come back into a comfortable seat. So this could be cross-legged or you could stay on your knees, kind of in this position. So I'm going to stay like this. And close the eyes for the last few moments of the practice. Thinking back to your intention and what you need today. And we'll just sit in silence for a minute. So there's nothing else you need to do here, nowhere else you need to be. And if the mind is really busy thinking about plans, the future, or even the past, then just anchor yourself with the breath. So really focusing on the natural breath. Every time the mind wanders, just gently guiding it back to the breath, not judging it, but with compassion. Now start to deepen the breath, extending the inhale, lengthening the exhale. Bring the palms together in front of the heart space. Thank you so much for practicing today with me, virtually. So maybe you'll do it later, maybe you're not doing it today, but all for me. But thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video for yourself, and to start the day off well. Let's inhale together. Exhale, bow the head towards the heart. You can bat the eyelashes open. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Have a peaceful day.